Well, Happy New Year, folks. It is Wednesday, January 1st, 2023. It is 9:34 p.m. That says 9:35. This says 9:34. You know. But I haven't been doing the workout. And I haven't done the workout since December 2024 on the 11th. And that's not good. That's not good at all. Now, I don't feel so bad right now. I had a very strange problem with this shoulder that came out of the blue back about on the 20th. I was like, oh, I'm driving down the road and I happened to put my arm up and I went, what the hell is this? I was like, man, I hope I'm not passing some kind of blood clot or something, you know? But it worked itself out, so we're feeling pretty good, but that's not the point. The point is this is an investment in my future, and I have no damn choice. If I don't do this exercise and try to do it every day, what's going to happen is my body is going to age prematurely. I'm going to have muscles and tendons and ligaments that are not going to be conditioned. Tendons and ligaments are kind of funny because if you don't move them, they'll stick. And if they stick, ooh, it's really bad. It's really bad. I had I guess it was a ligament or a tendon, I don't know what the hell you call it, across my right knee one time. They got stuck. And I was going down the steps at work. And we actually heard that pop. And I've never had that happen before or since in my life. But as soon as it happened, it's only 3 steps at my old job. Not the job I'm at now, but my old job was 3 steps down and then the asphalt. I went down the first step and I heard this pop. And I went, oh hell, I might not be going to work today. Because I thought I was going to the emergency room. And I took another step down and I felt that pain. I felt the pain. But whatever it popped over, it stayed popped over and it loosened itself up. Now, I felt that soreness for quite a long time, a long time for me when you're terrified, a half a day. And I was real careful about that knee. But I gotta get down here and do my exercises. Knucklehead's here. She's trying to be cute. She always loves the camera. I don't know why, but that's just her. What you doing, Poopy, huh? I love my Poopy, yes y'all do. Let's get down to the floor. We gotta say hi to Poops. To Prissy, Priss Potts. Say hi to Prissy. What you doing, Prissy Poopy? Priss Potts. This is my favorite little knucklehead in the whole wide world. Yes, it is. A little bit concerned about her last night. She wasn't wanting to come out or whatever. Sometimes she just gets attitude, and you just gotta, let them have an attitude, and you just let them work it out, whatever they're working out. Right, knucklehead? Right, little prayer spot? Yeah, I love you too. She is a mess. I changed her litter pan. I went up yesterday and I bought her, there's a box of her food. It's $33 for 12 cans. It's Applause food. It's chicken and gravy, chicken and duck and gravy, and chicken and cheese and gravy. I got her that, and then I went over to Giant and I got her some of her other brand of food that's substantially cheaper, but I'm a little bit concerned about that because I don't want her belly to break out again. Her belly's healed up for the most part, and she looks like she feels a lot better. But boy, I tell you what, man, anything Purina or Blue, anything Walmart sells, if she eats that, especially any dry food, she eats any dry food, her skin breaks out terrible. And we don't want that. Right, knucklehead? Right, little monster? Snip! I'm gonna snip it right there. What do you think of that? Knucklehead. That's what I said. Knucklehead. Snip, 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 snip. Somebody out there on a motorcycle getting on down the road. Alright, well, we gotta, let me realign this camera because I ain't got it lined up right. Ooh, and that was my foot hitting the damn 25-pound weight. That didn't feel too good. We're gonna put this down here like this and we're gonna get to this because we gotta get to this. What you doing, Poopy? Huh? What you doing, miss? We'll get you. You are a mess. What do you think of that? I'm gonna squeeze you like a zit. Like a zit. Alright, Poopy. Daddy's gonna do his exercise, okay? Love you, little mess. Love you, little booger bear. Yes, I do, little monster. It's a little monster. Yes, it is. I got it. It's a little monster. Huh? Huh? What you doing? Alright, here we go. Oh, yeah. First thing we're going to do is individual knee lifts, and then double knee lifts, and then individual straight leg lifts, and then double straight leg lifts, and then triad crunches, and then sit-ups, and then push-ups, and then a bunch of standing stuff. So let's get to it. First thing, individual knee lifts. I'm going to do 22. I started at 20, but for some reason 22, if there's a cheat in there, if there's something I don't do exactly right, the 2 extra make sure that I get my 20 in. You know, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, ooh, 2, oh yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. Everything from just above my belly button, around my back, down to my butt. Needed that. That's what that works. That's my lower back. That's where my lower back would blow out if I pick up something heavy and I haven't got everything loosened up. All right, so here we go. We're going for straight leg lifts, individual straight legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Again, that right there works just above my butt cheeks. That part where your back never gets worked. That individual. Now we're going to go back to the double straight leg lift. And that again is going to address my lower back. Loosen it up and strengthen it. Alright. We're through individual knee lifts, double knee lifts. Individual straight leg lifts, double straight leg lifts. And now we're on to the triad crunch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This takes us from our lower back region and our stomach region, trying to keep us from having a hernia or a hamstring pull or a lower back issue. Up here to the top, we're trying to get your neck moving, get your shoulders moving, and in general trying to keep your upper part of your posture correct by strengthening all these muscles and getting everything loosened up too. Here we go, triad crunch 22. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12, 13, 13, 13, 14, 14, 14, 15, 15, 15, 16, 16, 16, 17, 17, 17, 18, 18, 18, 19, 19, 19, 20, 20, 20, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. All right, I have a crunching in my neck that I can hear every time I do that. And what this does is over a period of days when I do this exercise every time, that crunching gets less and less and less and less. And I don't know if that's a buildup of gas in the joints. I don't know what that is. But this exercise definitely helps that. Next is sit-ups. You'll see me, I'll do a leg kick to get myself started. I'll do 22 sit-ups. I'm not worried about form per se. I want to get motion. I want to get them. As a matter of fact, if nobody's holding my legs and my body is having to balance itself, it actually does more good balance-wise doing a sit-up this way for me. So, I want to tell this to everybody. I'm no exercise guru. Okay, I'm just somebody who worked at a bar one time and was a cocky young kid and picked up a keg, a full keg. And I didn't do that once. I did that like about 6 times, and about 7th time I woke up on a Saturday morning and I couldn't get out of bed.
And my back never hurt that bad in my whole life. I had to actually roll over on my face, crawl over to the side of the bed, which was quite a feat because the bed was up on cinder blocks, and there was a foundation on it, and the distance to the floor was like about 30 inches. But I got down on the floor and got on my hands and knees, and I managed to work my back out. But boy, my back was messed up for a long time after that. And I still worked at that bar, but I took their advice after that. I used the damn hand truck, the little two-wheeled hand truck. I said, oh no. But after that, I started looking into this exercise because I knew I had to work with my body my whole life. I gotta have it. You gotta have your body working so you can get things done, you know? So, all right, on to sit-ups. One, two, two. Okay. All right. My damn sinuses are plugged up. I got a whole dose of sinus drainage in my throat right now. All right, 22 push-ups. And these have been really strange for me because for the last 6 months I've had a pain in one shoulder or the other shoulder. So hopefully we can get through this nice and mellow. 22 push-ups coming up. Here we go. All right, thank you, Lord. Thank you, sir. All right, we are now up off the floor, and we are very grateful to God for that. Oh. I always say this, if it's been 20 years since you've been on the floor, please get on the floor and see how much effort it is to get up off that floor. You don't ever want to get trapped on the floor. You don't ever want to be in a situation where someone can push you down and kick you in the head. You want to be able to defend yourself and then get up at the same time. So please, if you're having trouble, if you haven't been on the floor in 20 years because you've been working, it's not hard to do. All you got to do is work. You work your job. You go, you're a mechanic. You work on your cars. You know, if you don't do a lot of work under the cars, you don't get on your back. If you're a computer worker, hell, you work at a computer. You sit in a chair all day. And it's a pain in the ass. It's a hard job. So when you get off, you come home, get in the car. Or you get on the bus. Get home, you go in, you make the meal, feed the family, you sit at the TV, on a couch or in a recliner. God forbid you get a recliner. Recliners are real bad for people's health. They just really are. But you sit in a recliner, you don't exercise. Next thing you know, you hang your foot on a cord, or God forbid someone pushed you down and you can't get up. Don't let that happen. Exercise, okay? All right. Next exercise is stomach tensions. 22. Tighten in the stomach muscles. This also has the effect of helping. Your whole torso here is a tube. It's a tube. It's a cylinder. A tube. And if you don't exercise these muscles, then you're only half the tube. It's like cutting the front half of the tube out. And only the back half of the tube supports your weight. That's where your back issues come from and everything. So what this exercise does, it gets your brain back in the game, because your body and your mind don't always communicate. And it's a problem. It's a problem. Because your body wants to do good for you. But if your mind is not in the game, if your mind is not communicating with your body, you do something and your body says, okay, well, we did the best we could, but we didn't know you wanted to use those muscles. And then you get injured. So here we go. Let's just, I need to finish this. Let's go. All right, next is hip thrusts. Hip thrusts, if you do it right, it really works the lower back again. And the way to do this is not a hip thrust. That's not a hip thrust. A hip thrust is rotating your butt out, going down with your butt, bending your knees a little bit, and then rotating your butt up like that, and thrusting out like this, like that, okay? We do 22 of those. And what that does is that really works the lower back. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. Okay. Squats, watch out for your knees. It drives me crazy to see people putting weights on their shoulders and doing squats, because you're already carrying it. I'm a 200-pound person, so I'm already carrying 130 pounds of my weight on each knee every time I take a step. Same thing when you're doing knee bends or squats. You're moving 130 pounds of your weight. You're already moving weight. Anyway, here we go. I definitely got to do that for about 8 days in a row to get the muscles in my knees working together again. That's a very dangerous place to be in when you have your legs not conditioned to support your weight. It's very dangerous. All right. Next up on the agenda, we're going to weights. 5.5 pound weights. The number is 20. I do 22 for the reasons I mentioned before. This first exercise is wrist curls. It's a very simple motion like this. But what it does is it works all the muscles in the hands, all the ligaments, tendons, all that stuff in the hands, limbers them up. So here we go. All right, move on to underarm curls. This works the shoulders, it works the muscles in the arms. It also strengthens the muscles around your neck too. 22. Then we rotate out. Standard curl. You've done these, you've seen these curls. If you've seen any weightlifting or you've seen any weight training, you've seen these curls. It's just this, that right there. It's a double curl, a double standard curl. You do 22 of them. What you're doing is you're working the muscles in the arms in a different direction. And it activates different parts of your brain. That's why you can't do things in one direction. You've got to change your directions around. You've got to change the, you know, like I'll be doing this, but the next exercise is, there'll be 2 sets of this, like this, and then there'll be this, but then I will go to this. Because what that does is that independently works the muscles in the back. But first thing we got to do is get through the standard curls, 22. Okay, double straight ups. That's exactly what it says. And what it does is it stretches out the muscles in the back, in the arms, and it helps you balance too. Okay, now we're doing the independent curls. The single curls, because what that does is that isolates every muscle group in the back on one side and works that muscle group independent of the other side. 22. Okay, individual straight ups. The bizarre thing about this one exercise I'm about to do is I normally get what I can only describe as an endorphin rush in my brain when I finish it. When I bring my arms down, I get this wild rush of clarity. And it's because of all the exercises leading up to that and then this one activity. But let's get to this. A little bit. I've got a lot better in the past. I probably will when I start doing the exercises every day. Next one is flying curls. It's like this. Like this. Now, what I found out about this exercise is it matters what arm is over what arm, because that prioritizes your brain to work in the different section of your brain. Now, if I go like this, if I go left arm over like this, then every after movement is at an angle like this, okay? But if I start with right arm over like this, every motion after that is straight. It's the weirdest thing. It just blows me away. So what I do is, today we'll go right hand over, which will be straight, like this. Tomorrow, if I remember, I'll go left hand, and then they'll all be like this. But it just blows my mind that they're not exactly the same. And it has to do with I don't know, maybe my left arm's lower than my right arm. I mean, my left shoulder's lower than my right shoulder. I don't know. But it's just really weird. Anyway, let's go. Let's knock out 22 real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, Okay. Thank you, Lord. So we've got through the 5.5 pound weights. We're on to the last two exercises, which is I got two 20-pound steel weights down here. I do a double standard curls like this, and then I do double straight ups like this. And I mandate 10, but I do 12 because it's the same thing with the 22. I do 2 more than I need to. That way, if I'm less than enthusiastic on one of the exercises, I feel like the extra 2 finishes out the exercise. So here we go. 20-pound weights. Okay. Now, if your wrist strength is weak, you can choke up on the weight like that. If your wrist strength is not weak and you can grip it, you can go like that. Most of the time, I do choke up on this first exercise, but today I won't. We're going to do 12 standard curls. Now we're doing 12 double straight ups. Thank you, Lord, for being in my life. Please always, always be in my life. So, my friends, it's 10:07. That says 10:08 on Wednesday, January 1st, 2025, and the bill is paid. And I want to thank the good Lord for that. Fast day 1 is almost over, and we've not eaten any solid foods. We got a lot of bills paid today. I balanced my checkbook, and we still have a little bit of money in the bank, which is good. We're not in jail for driving while intoxicated, which I don't drink, so that's not a problem, but you know, you could be there, you know. I'm not mentally disabled, which people should never make a joke about that. You know, we're only, 2 months from being homeless at any time, unless you've got your finances really wired up tight, and if you do, God bless you, because you earned it. But a lot of normal people are under a lot of pressure in there. They could be homeless real quick. But we're not. We thank the good Lord for that. I don't want to go through everything I did today, but it was a good day. Let's just put it that way. The good Lord was with us, and we are looking at 2025 as a positive year, and we hope that you have a positive 2025. I do want to say, Wanda, I love you and I miss you. You too, Miss Kitty. Please don't drink aspartame or sucralose or high fructose corn syrup. And let me show you something. Huh. So if you might not know about it, I've already told you about aspartame and sucralose being artificial poisons. Sucralose just destroys your guts. It just does. And they're both very highly addictive. They're very cheap. That's why the soda companies like to use them. They don't give a damn that they're killing us. They don't care. They're making billions of dollars addicting us, and they love that, okay? Well, the newest craze is high fructose corn syrup. And so the problem with high fructose corn syrup is the body does not use fructose. It stores it in your liver. And we have kids now who have livers like 60-year-old alcoholics who have been drinking their whole lives. And the reason is because they've been drinking high fructose corn syrup and sodas and in candies and in other things. Well, I went to go buy some grape jelly today, okay? And this is the grape jelly that I've almost eat almost all of it, okay? All right? And I hadn't checked the label. And I was like going, but every time I ate this, I was like, this is really effing sweet. I mean, really sweet, you know? So as a result, I've been eating more peanut butter on my bread and just a skim of this, you know? Well, I saw this, which is Welch's Natural, okay? I'm like going, what the hell? What are you talking about, natural? Well, this has sugar in it. This has sugar in it. This does not have high fructose corn syrup. This has high fructose corn syrup. So I'm throwing this away. I'm not going to eat that. But it just blows my mind that natural contains sugar. And that it had that this never said anything about the high fructose corn syrup. Didn't say a word. So you got to read the labels. What will happen with it's called a fatty liver, which is a bad term. I don't like that term. It should be a fructose poisoned liver. And but what'll happen is you'll get feeling bad. You get feeling real bad, and you won't know what it's from. And the problem is, what I heard from some YouTube doctors like Dr. Berg and Dr. Sten Ekberg is that it takes weeks for your liver to get rid of just a little bit of fructose. And if you're pounding this shit every day in the form of Cokes and Pepsis or whatever, you're just obliterating your liver. So anyway, so I got the natural Welch's grape jelly. I don't have a pair of glasses in here. God darn it. Let me get a pair of glasses. I got a pair of glasses right here. Alright. So, the ingredients on this one is Concord grapes, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, fruit pectin, citric acid, and sodium citrate. Total sugars, 10 grams. That's the high fructose corn syrup one right there, you know. I couldn't believe it. And this one has Concord grape, sugar, lemon juice concentrate, and fruit pectin in it. And this has 8 grams of sugar in it. But it has sugar. It has regular refined sugar. So you gotta look for this stuff. Now sugar's not wonderful for you, okay? Let's be honest about it. I'll bring this up a little bit so you can see the top of my head. Top of my beautiful bald head. But sugar's not the best thing for you, but in little servings, sugar, the body can metabolize half of it because sugar is half glucose and half fructose. So it's way better than high fructose corn syrup, way better. And when I make my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with this, I'm using a lot of peanut butter and just a skim of jelly because it's so sweet, you know. It's really like eating a peanut butter and jelly donut. If you get real good bread, it's almost, to me, because if you get fresh enough bread, it's almost better than a donut because a lot of donuts are stale as shit, and I hate a stale donut. Anyway, this right here, I don't have a. Well, I can do it this way. High fructose corn syrup, okay? Later. So anyway, we thank the good Lord for being with us. And hopefully our friends will recover from what they're dealing with. We know the Lord's with them too. We know the Lord's with you too. And God's right next to you right now. He's always with you. You're never alone. He's always there. But look, He's got to let you make your decisions in life. You wouldn't want somebody pushing you in the back going, do this, do this, do this, you know. He's got to let you learn and make your decisions and make your mistakes and do your good things. And He's there to help. And if you get into a situation, or really I just encourage you to reach out to Him and say, Lord, thank you so much. You know, if you have a healthy body, you know, you've already won the lottery. And if you have a loving person in your life, boy, you got the super lottery. And just take care of yourself. Reach out to God. I always go like this. I would tell you, go like this and say, because God's always got His hand on your shoulder. And just say, Lord, thank you for being in my life. Please always be in my life. Please watch over me and guide me and help me to be stronger than I would be myself, because if I was left alone to my own devices, have a good one, folks. God bless you. Happy New Year. And 2025, let's go, baby. Let's make this the best year ever. God bless you, folks. See you next video.